Alright. Sounds good. So you're gonna be like live streaming the video while we watch it, or? Okay. Big screen.
Okay, we have one more minute until we are live. One more
Yeah.
minute until I turn off the mic. I turn on
Yeah.
my mic. Check and see on Discord. Check and see on YouTube Live if, per se, that you can hear yourself.
I mean, I should be able to. I mean, if you hear me, then I should be able. I should be audible on stream.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host for today, and I would like to introduce my special little buddy.
Hi. I'm Cycly. It's good to see you.
Ah, very nice indeed.
I'm glad to see that everyone's doing okay today.
We only have like one viewer, but that's alright with me. None of that really matters. For right now, we'll be, for today's stream, we'll be talking about a very special somebody. Drum roll, please. Da! Guess who? It's Xanderhal. Let me just. Oh, I'm just removing my VTuber thing. There we go. Yep, Xanderhal will be, me and Sky are going to do a bot review on this video, because this is where I had my debate with him 6 years ago. But before we get started, I wanted to talk the upcoming Chimtopia video. It's currently in progress. If I might continue working on it, if I'm not lazy, I'll show. Here, let me show it to you. Alright, here it is. Let me make it bigger so everyone be able to see it. And here it is. Sky, you were able to see it?
You're not streaming on Discord.
No, I'm streaming on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, I see it on the stream. I feel like it would be wiser just so, we don't have to deal with, like, any delay with, our responses. That, like, you able to stream,
No, I believe...
like,
no.
stream on Discord.
Yeah, I can do that. Alright, are you able to see it?
Yep, all good.
Alright. So, here's a little sneak preview of the video. Hopefully. Chimtopia has been unfairly overhated. Are you able to hear it, Skyly?
Yeah, I hear it.
All
It's
right.
all good.
All right, good. According to various YouTubers, Chimtopia is a stinky duty head where Robert Pagaro had impregnated Nick Fuentes so that way they can have the latest and greatest next generation Reaper Super Soldier.
Just the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I.
I feel bad for anybody who has to
Later.
wear those kinds of shirts.
Yeah,
Like if you openly wear them in public, I feel bad for you. You're I know for a fact you're being like laughed behind your back. Reminds me of the time I went to one of my brother's football games and I saw this guy wearing a Helva Barcelona hoodie on because it was cold out, and I was just in utter awe just seeing it grace my eyes in the middle of a high school football game.
Good.
So that was a funny, but very wonderful sight.
Good lord. So the person is Lolly Rocks. I don't really know that person. But generally speaking, they're part of the part of the White Wing doohickey.
Oh,
Or more specifically, one of those Aussie shit posters I hear about.
Don't mind me. I'm having some lasagna right now, so.
Eating food on this stream? Barry, that's very rude of you.
Well, listen, I don't give a fuck.
But
This Lasaga is banging, yeah. Nobody gonna tell me different. Always gonna be best.
oh my regional model isn't moving. Some technical difficulties. My damn beat to the model it has stopped moving. Alright, there we go.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
It's quite weird that my regional model wasn't moving. But anyway. Alright, we're back in business.
Back in biz.
Now, I'm gonna play again. I'm gonna play the video game. And it has feature. God damn it. Let's see, just, ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some technical difficulties with this goddamn
Oops.
V2 model not working. I just
Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now. We couldn't bring food. Oh man, but I really needed popcorn for this. Well, listen, Cherry. You can always bring popcorn to a good debate. That's what makes debate fun. Is that you can laugh at the people that are inherently worse off than you, for the funny factor. And that's always fun. That is always fun to watch.
Alright, now it should. I had to disconnect another USB drive so that way my thing can connect. Now I can't.
Carl, you get it?
There we go. Now, hopefully there's shouldn't be any more technical difficulties. Chimptopia has been unfairly overhated. According to various YouTubers, Chimptopia is a stinky duty head where Robert Pagaro had impregnated Nick Fuentes so that way they could have the latest and greatest next generation Reaper Super Soldier.
Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I.
Waiter, wait. Alright, after that it's finished. Now we can get to Xander. Now we can get to Xanderhal. I had to send a message to someone over Instagram. Alright, now we read this. Alright, now, alright, those got them each one I keep disconnecting. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, good. And, mic didn't disconnect. Okay, anyway, now we can talk about Xanderhal. So, Mr. Sky, do you know who Xanderhal is?
Please retry the prompt.
Can you say that again?
Not that I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Could you please retry the prompt? It's from my brief, like, looking into it, like, extremely briefly, he just seems like some pretentious debate YouTuber. Well, I don't really know who he would be.
Well, you are correct in that terms. He's not been doing well these days. Although he had although last time I checked on his live stream, he had like 119 viewers. But it was a major downfall compared to the viewers that he had. He peaked at like over 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
But
okay, so he's pretentious with a side of mayonnaise. Gotcha.
Yep, pretty much. With that in mind, let's review this video.
Here we go.
Let me just. Okay.
Let's do it. So excited. Can't wait to see a very cheesy response. My favorite. Oh god, I still can't get over the fucking title of this video. Debating a Christian leftist in quotations who made a video about me.
Yeah, I made like 2 videos on him. This.
Are you still Christian since then?
And more agnostic.
Go.
Did my Discord crash?
I think your Discord might have crashed.
Yeah, it briefly crashed.
Fortunate here, stream. Get your stream back up soon.
Just to make sure that thing is functioning. And
Here we go. Hello. How you doing?
Hello there, I am the attention-seeking whore himself.
Indeed.
in reference, he had called me a attention seeker, a woke scold, a arguing bad faith. Actually, I can show you the video. I can show you.
Vogue liberal.
This dude's pretty well known for being an attention-grabbing asshole, basically. He always argues in bad faith. He's a woke scold. He's pretty shit. He's just unanimously pretty fucking shit. I'm not gonna lie.
P.U. That reek of hypergamy. I mean, I come.
Yeah, that's pretty much that was pretty much what I was referencing. So, your thoughts?
Immaculate. Keep it rolling.
Alright. Alright.
I've yet to pop a vein in my brain.
How can I help you? Listen, I think you made a pretty damn bad video on me. I'm gonna be honest. It was pretty terrible.
Nah, fam, it was pretty dank.
It wasn't really a bad video because given the given the reception of the video, they refreshed the page.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Kids. Pigpuncher about to say some.
I had received like 68 likes and 35 dislikes.
Immaculate. I think one of the worst things you could ever do in like debate streams is actually make shit personal, because in the world of politics and all kinds of stuff like that, which involves a lot of debate and conversation in a professional manner, you're going to just be screwed over if you try and make it personal. We see it a lot in American politicians as modern day. I'm not going to name any names at all, but you know.
I mean, that's generally speaking American politics in general.
Yeah.
So, at one point you accused me of being ableist. Like, it was pretty implicit there. Do you agree?
Well, I saw in those tweets you saying the R word, the C word, and other stuff.
The C word?
You know what I'm talking about, the...
Cunts?
Wait,
yes. do you actually think that, like, cunt is used as, like, a misogynistic slur? Like,
yes, because incels use it.
You see, there was a whole discord back in 2019 about what words are considered problematic and belong to the chopping block. Like, for example, retard was on the chopping block, and I can understand that because it was used against autistic people. But for something like cunt, not really, since, you know, Australian and, you know...
Well, I feel like with the word cunt, it depends on cultural context as well. Like, if you're Australian, you're gonna see the word cunt pop up like every other sentence, pretty much, considering it's just a normal swear word. Like, it's on the equivalent of saying fuck. Like, it's on that same par.
Yeah.
It's not really as, you know, it doesn't have the weight as it did, like, ages ago, back in, like, I don't know, like, 70s or 80s or so. But even then, like, it's just more so a matter of cultural difference, more than anything.
Yeah, and also incels were using that word back in the day. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the whole incel culture these days, but
I feel like it wasn't the most wisest move having your reasoning be. Sorry, I was like the brain. Your reasoning be because it was used. Oh my god, my memory's like actually failing me. What was it that you said? Because it was used by incels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause I think that reasoning is just kind of. It's not really a great reason because it's used by incels, but like everybody's gonna use fucking the word cunt for crying out loud. Like it doesn't really matter too much. It's just words. If we remove the weights from the words as is, then there won't be any use of that word anymore. It's just gonna be a word.
Yeah, very much. And I agree with Xanderhal on that part.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, main reason why he even got on that debate in first place because he was being an asshole on Twitter. He was having beef with randos.
Why? Okay. Why would you ever think that it's a solid idea to scold some random Twitter user in regards to an debate about ideology? Because that's just going into philosophy. You can just do that in college. You can do that in college and high school, depending on where you go. Like that's legit just philosophy.
Yeah, but for the context of the debate, he was just he was just basically he was basically having beef with randos instead of if you continue with the video, you'll probably see why. You'll probably get a better context.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like that we shouldn't be saying that dreaded C word.
Sure, but it's not. It's used completely different in the whole rest of the world, even where incels are. Like, what about fucking Australia and
Yes,
UK?
I know. Yes, I know that people from
Wait.
Australia and United Kingdom use that
The
word.
if a certain group is using a word, it doesn't make it.
Also, additionally, I don't know if you saw the DSA meeting of 2019. Boy, that was absolutely cringe.
Oh.
Because you had people saying gender language, aggressive scent. I want to engage in a shotgun tasting contest. It was really that embarrassing.
Wow. Would you rather staple your penis to a wall, or even better, staple your penis to a wall? Now that's a debate.
To be or not to be, that is the question. It all lead to a gotcha.
Freedom is non-existent and it is not real. Do not gaslight yourself.
Inherently like reactionary. You know that, right? Like the term
It's
woke
still-
skulled, for example, even though it was invented by reactionaries, sure, but it still is
Well, yes,
applicable to a certain group of people.
That is Namaka. You gotta understand that Xanderhal is a zoomer. He needs to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Zoomers need to play video games as part of their dopamine.
Big dopamine. Gotcha. My dopamine levels are dwindling
People
as I watch this video.
I think are quite harmful.
Yeah, no. I actually interacted with these people. They're pretty fine.
Well, I mean, like for example.
Yeah, that based upon my interaction with these type of people, with the Woskos, they didn't.
Oh.
It's like Sandoval is able. It's like Sandoval has never had a positive interaction with the Woskos.
Oh my.
But that's just me.
For example, the Critica person, the Steamy Derplings person you brought up, I literally banned them from my server because they started screaming at me because I said I wish I could have bread pilled the El Paso shooter, and then after I banned them because they were ban baiting really hardcore.
The fuck does that
a
mean?
girl came
Bread pill?
forward to tell me that he had actually been in there in her DMs,
Yes,
like,
that's
creeping on her. And earlier,
that's a bread to terminology.
As in a loaf, or like we're talking like breeding horses.
No, it's basically bread to terminology of red pill.
Brother, you are cutting on Discord. I'm so sorry. You might need to turn down your sensitivity.
Discord.
No, I think my Discord is having a bit of diarrhea.
Have you tried turning down the sensitivity to see if that does anything?
Let me see. Does that work?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's kind of weird why it keep crashing.
Yeah. Strange, isn't it? Also, to answer Dinkle, or no, to answer one of the commenters here. This is basically just we're covering a response from a pretentious. Oh my god, my brain. Words are not wording today. Good grief. Pretentious debate YouTuber. That Huge here has experienced in the past. So.
Yep. L. Hardy.
Hear that same I assume you couldn't have known this, but I mean, still, it's like just an example of what these people are like. You would use the same example of like Vosh having sexually harassed a girl 3 years ago over Discord DMs, something he apologized for. Like, it's just sort of cringe, you know?
I'm gonna need a citation on that. Because I saw the following tweet that the person is saying that what you're saying is false.
Sure, I mean, of course they denied it. I mean, they got, like, I'm not going to share the DMs between the people. I mean, the girl wants to stay anonymous. I mean,
you're not streaming on Discord.
Like, the dude was creepy.
God damn it.
Whoops. That's a little technical difficulties. It happens. Here we go.
Creeping on a girl on my Discord. He was banned. That's as much as I cared to do about it. I fucking muted him on Twitter because I didn't care much for him. He was annoying. Like, I don't think I need to prove that he was creeping on a girl. Especially because the girl wants to keep her identity a secret because it's embarrassing for her.
Oh, I will never know, to be honest. But still,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it's like you would have known or something. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about this person being a weirdo, but I also would help his case if he provided me like proof of this person doing the dastardly deed of being a weirdo.
Oh, weirdo. That's so scary. You have no idea, bro.
I mean, even then, he could have just privately DM me it. I'm not gonna spread the information around.
Yeah.
You had any way to possibly know this, but like, these people are like pretty like these woke skulled people are really fucking stingy. Like what is your goal? No, wait. Yeah, woke skulls is a perfect word. It's perfect. It's woke. They don't really care about actual.
He wasn't really.
Most of the time,
He wasn't really.
They just care about, like,
he only calling people woke skull because the only reason why he called people woke skull because they disagree with what he's saying or what he does. That's at least how I remember.
Effects, but we're talking like real stingy shit here. And they scold you for it. They try to fucking shit on you just for the way you talk, even if what you're advocating for and the way you're using that language is overall positive. What is your goal? Wait, actually, really quick. What is your...
I mean, if you had like a positive interaction or not be an asshole, that's like the recurring theme, then you wouldn't have a negative connotation with the woke score or interaction with them.
Your goal? Like, are you a leftist?
Yes.
What is your goal with your advocation? What do you want to see? What change do you want to see in the world?
I want everyone united together under the Lord of Jesus. Because I am a left-wing Christian.
Oh God.
I'm about to... Oh, God. This is gonna go sour. This is gonna get sour.
You see, I kinda made up that ideology not on the spot, but I made that ideology up, like, not last year, like, long time ago, when people had asked me. Gee. Let's fix this. Alright, that should at least keep my thing from caching, I hope. But anyway, yeah, I kind of made up that ideology on the spot years back, but I didn't realize it was an actual ideology.
Yeah. I mean, even then, like, a Christian liberal is not like the most surprising thing in the world, to be frank.
I mean,
like you see in the politicians all the fucking time. Not like, oh, it's like, yeah, you're Christian, but like, the only time it becomes an issue is when you have it influence politics, which then we've seen in history. Like that's just not a good call at all. Like that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a terrible call. We had a Renaissance and everything that happened in Italy, or at least a majority of Europe because of that.
Yeah. But plus, did you put like a Marxist analysis on Christianity? Like, for example, Jesus would have been a socialist. At least that's
okay. That's okay. Again, same point I made earlier. I'm like, you don't put religion and a law together, because it has been shown throughout the entirety of history during this time, or at least like throughout history, just throughout history in general, like it is not a good call at all to have religion dictate society. Because if it dictates society, that means the church can get corrupted, and that means inherently that the church can also be bought out, which is very much sinful, which is why people a lot of Protestants tend to think, including one of my friends, tend to think that Catholicism is very much sinful. It's very much, against the Lord's thoughts. So,
yeah, it's very.
It kind of gets like.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that even the most good and holy of things can become corrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't please.
I mean, it's certainly better than anarcho-capitalism.
I don't know what. So is anarcho-capitalism just like capitalism run rampant without any law?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Wow, I read that like a book.
it's abolishing the government so that way you can have unregulated.
Oh, the corporate power. Twiddle my fucking fingers and just like cream at the sight of just constant money. And of course, I mean, here, funny thing, also pulling up history again, because history loves to pop up whenever you talk about politics. It has been a thing for like a solid decade or so. It was called the Gilded Age in America. And you want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? Legit. There was you had a middle class beforehand, somewhat, not a lot. But then once the Gilded Age happened, literally that middle class just dissolved and became the poor. And it just became a difference between the rich, old money, new money, and the poor. It was fucking madness.
Damn.
And half the time, it was just controlled by crime. So you couldn't even do anything to fix the system.
God damn. In my head.
That one time.
Do I have to like falsify like the Christian God to do this?
I didn't understand at the time. I didn't understand what that means. Falsify against a Christian. So
Let's not get into detail. About
Okay.
I couldn't
so-
really give him a
I'm
answer.
a left-wing Christian, but
So
it seems
so-
very irrelevant to me.
I mean, it's kind of relevant considering a lot of like the beliefs of Christianity. Sure, that you can have people who cherry pick these beliefs and whatnot, but generally the beliefs of Christianity have historically always coincided with that of the most bigoted, most oppressive actions towards these groups, right? Like, you can't deny that that's historically been the case, right?
That doesn't really, the problem would be that doesn't really apply to every Christian.
It kind of does. It kind of does. Again, like I said, like we had a whole thing for it. It was called the Renaissance that happened. So it kind of, I mean, it kind of is applicable. He did have a point.
To me, not really.
Not an amazing point, but still a point nonetheless.
To me, it's purely on an individual level.
Sure.
Yeah, but with my with left-wing Christianity, I genuinely believe that the words of Jesus can help unite the people.
Sure, I mean, Jesus, assuming, like, if you follow, like, the Bible, yeah, Jesus was a socialist. But, I mean, like, here's the thing, though. People who are likely to subscribe to Christianity are generally not going to be very willing to subscribe to leftism. They're going, because they generally believe things like gender is, like, biblical, it's ethereal, women are women, and it's as simple as that. If you're born with a vagina, you're a woman. That's it. You cannot...
So, again, I bring this up, henceforth, again, politics and religion do not belong, because if you combine the both, they do not get along. If you put government in form of religion, it just collapses in itself, and it doesn't do anything. It just corrupts the church. This happened in the fucking Catholic Church. The Vatican, for crying out loud. The Vatican, dude! The Vatican!
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a socialist. He would just be a guy. Like, ideology perchance, but if he were to call himself a socialist, he wouldn't be Jesus. Jesus didn't apply to himself to any political form. He was basically like, he was there to serve the people, not the government, not like anybody. He's there to help the people. That was the point of it.
I'm kind of glad I got I got myself out of that. Because I don't call myself a Christian leftist anymore. Because I soon realized it became like as you said, it become a oxymoron of an ideology.
Yeah. I feel like at the time though, I considering your context that you gave me earlier, in regards to you just wanted to like to troll him. Like, this is really good. This is really good.
I don't think I was trying to troll him. I did want to. Wasn't really out of trolling, but at least back in the day.
Yeah, I get you.
Possibly, you couldn't be a man. You couldn't be you can't be a woman if you have a dick. These are the things that like Christianity does seem to imply with a lot of like the creationist ideas and the whole God made man and woman, all that shit. You know?
Yeah, not me.
Okay, maybe you're kind of like unique in that sense, but that does seem to be the trend. I mean,
That's like a evangelical, somewhat like right-wing Christian.
I mean, no, I would argue that like most Christians hold some pretty bigoted beliefs. It's not just evangelicals. It's
again,
pretty
it's
common.
applicable to a degree, but it's
Yeah,
not common.
right.
It's I don't like how he's saying that it's common because it's not applicable. That's stereotyping.
Yes,
If
I
you
know.
put that,
Yeah, I know. It's not It's purely on an individual level.
yeah, but again, cultural differences also play a huge part into it. As to what I mentioned earlier, like
Yeah,
if you
exactly. There's like some
Like-
there's like some churches that are pro LGBTQ. They,
yeah,
or don't stone sheep or not like a Bible bumper or stone sheep believe in those.
yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. It's not the biggest deal. That is not the biggest deal in the world. But if you like
Well,
obviously homophobia is fucking bad as is. Like I'm bisexual for crying out loud. Like I'm not open about it, but even then, like it's like it's just confusing to me.
But then
It's just
again,
confusing to me how you
but
appropriate that.
But then again, he was from Florida, so I'm assuming there's plenty of evangelical churches.
Fair enough. Yeah, plenty of evangelical, but
Or
no matter
or,
what Christian,
or
no matter what Christian denomination, it'll always be seen as kind of. I don't know where it's going at. Never mind.
all right.
Well, kind of different.
I mean, like as long
I
as
think
you don't hold any like
I think what I was trying to say is that like I don't think education kind of really applies to it, or at least like the surroundings. Like yeah, surroundings will matter, of course, 100%. Like cultural differences are going to be a huge thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But with your experience with religion is dependent on how you experience it. In my point of view, and how you want to live your life, is that you are the one who controls it. If you don't control your life, then you don't really live life. You don't really live as a person that you should. You kind of just are a loser. If you're dependent on something, you don't really live true freedom. You lose the individuality because you're relying on someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, for example, I never had a bad experience with the church and Christianity, so I'm not like, oh, I don't ever I'm not much of a fan of everyone who staunchly believe in the Bible or Christianity or inherently bigoted. But that's just my experience.
Yeah.
terrible
Again,
views on it.
religion is different for everyone.
I don't really care. So to me, can we agree that if you want everyone to be united, do you think that the best way for the left to succeed as a political movement is for it to grow and to have a lot of people in it, right?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
So the best way to so you would obviously agree, this would follow that you want. Hold on, I picked up a bunch of shit I don't need. You want as many people to come into leftism and to be drawn to it, and you want to make leftism as appealing as possible to normies, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think the best way to do that is?
Well, we can basically try to use like memes and whatnot, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, using memes being like. So would you agree that like, so would you agree that young people are probably the #1 target we need to have like getting into leftism?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so what would you say is the most appealing thing to young people?
I would say edgy humor would be the appealing type of humor.
Yeah, so that's basically what I try to go for. Now, obviously, I'm not going to start fucking using the N-word all the time, which I've only ever used the N-word once on stream, and it was quoting Soph, reading the chat logs that she had said about Muslims and wanting to kill them all. And, you know, that was in debate with Nazis to prove that, yes, she's a Nazi. Look what she fucking said. But I'm not going to, like, start using the N-word and shit to
How about
appeal to edgy.
ableist slur?
I mean, it depends on the context, but I generally don't think that most ableist... Like, it depends. If it's towards somebody who's actually disabled, definitely not. But if it's, like, off-cuff, like, meant to be sort of an edgy joke, then it's probably not as big a deal. But it depends on the context, obviously. It's not as simple as, like, the word is always bad and that's just it, but, like, if somebody... Well, and use it against, like, an actual, like... disabled person, then that's when it's an issue, you know?
Yeah, very much. I agree with Xanderhal on this point.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, I also agree with them. I also agree with them.
Yeah, through like shit posts and memes, you can basically attract a young audience into any ideology in general. But it's also important to educate them, get them mobilized when the time comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's my personal point. Also, it also depends on, like, on intent, right? Like, so if I'm arguing with somebody on Twitter and they're actually disabled and I call them the R word, and it turns out they're actually disabled and I didn't know it, then, like, you know, I'm obviously not doing that because they're disabled. I didn't know, but, you know. It's not a word that I use much anyway. I've used it before on stream and on Twitter, but it's not common. But like I said, the whole point of what I do is to use edgy humor, edgy mannerisms, just the same methods that reactionaries use to appeal to young people, with a reason, of course. I try to use that same method while also injecting, you know, fucking logic, because, you know, leftism, in order to bring people into the fold,
do
you know?
that too, but the problem would be when the edgy humor is not the problem. It's how your behavior is. Because when I see people using edgy humor behave like a 15-year-old, it feels very cringy, if you ask me.
I don't know. Most people seem to disagree. Most people seem to think that your video is kind of cringe.
Nah, fam, it's pretty dank. As I said before.
Okay.
Not bad, pretty dang.
How old are you?
Main reason I said it's pretty dank because it came from it's in reference to another content creator that I used to watch, and he would say pretty dank.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch the actual video itself that you made ages ago because you have it unlisted. But I would assume it's pretty fucking dank.
No,
you know, just trolling some pretentious debate user. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah, not these videos. It was another content creator. I don't know. You probably don't know. His name is Vortic. That's where I got most of my terminology from.
I see. Okay.
I'm actually 23.
Damn, boomer. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, most people thought that it was kind of cringe. Like in online leftism, it seems like the woke scold left is sort of dying out, and the edgy leftist kind of area is taking over. And I think that's a beautiful.
I mean, there is a thing called dark woke that is popular these days.
Who takes that fucking serious? Who takes that fucking serious? Let's be for real. Who takes dark woke serious?
thing. I love the fact that, like, on one hand, we can say, let's fucking eat the rich, behead these billionaires, while at the same time being like, ooh, trans rights. Like, I love that. I think that's what's so beautiful about this new wave of leftism. It's amazing.
Not really when you start saying racial and ableist and a bunch of other distasteful slurs.
Wait, who's saying racial slurs? When have I said racial slurs?
No, not you. I'm just saying when.
I don't advocate
like,
for the use of racial slurs. If someone's using the N-word to be funny, like, that's
My problem is when, yeah, edgy humorous has a thing in the play, but when you're being an asshole and start getting into having beef with randos on Twitter, that's the problem.
At some point, you're just gonna wake up in the morning and just see, wow, this is all. I am being so miserable. At least with the other dude here.
Yeah.
I would agree with. Like I said, within reason, you know? I'm not just going to start saying, yeah, you know, you can say the N-word to be funny on that's the way you can appeal to the gamer bros. Like, that's not what I'm advocating for. Fuck, how do I get table coral sample and gold? Shit, I don't know. Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
No, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay. I don't know. It was a pretty bad video. You strawmanned me a little bit in that video, and it just seems overall.
That around 207 mark.
Let's actually take a look at the video in question. I can see which one. I think he's referring to.
Someone had brought it up on my comment. So basically, one was trying to.
Yeah, I think he's referring to this one.
I see.
Can't make it a bar. You can't bar the entry into your political move. Can't make it a bar. You can't bar the entry into your political movement. To the point of, like, saying, no, you can't say this, or you can't say that, alright? Or you can't act this certain way. You can't do that and expect your political movement to succeed. You just can't. If you're going to get extremely offended by certain mannerisms or certain words being used, your political movement's just gonna fail.
I prefer a movement that doesn't involve people telling me that I have an extra chromosome or some form of mental disability because of the way I speak. Sound like that movement's gonna have a high approval rating. I suppose that your movement's gonna involve frat boys and gamers drunk off gamer girl bathwater and Buzzweiser, causing inappropriate behavior and causing unnecessary destruction among the property. I thought the main purpose of these type of movements is to have solidarity amongst your ranks, not fling shit at each other.
You have to be able to
I feel like I didn't strawman him.
One more time, sorry. One more time on that?
You want me to replay the part?
Yeah. Like, replay that bit. Replay the bit. Just need a minute to process it.
Okay.
Get my feet dipped in water, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't make it a bar. You can't bar the entry into your political movement to the point of, like, saying, no, you can't say this or you can't say that, alright? Or you can't act this certain way. You can't do that and expect your political movement to succeed. You just can't. If you're going to get extremely offended by certain mannerisms or certain words being used, your political movement's just gonna fail.
I prefer a movement that doesn't involve people telling me that I have an extra chromosome or some form of mental disability because of the way I speak. Sound like that movement's gonna have a high approval rating. I suppose that your movement's gonna involve frat boys and gamers drunk off gamer girl bathwater and Buzzweiser, causing inappropriate behavior and causing unnecessary destruction among the property. I thought the main purpose of these type of movements is to have solidarity amongst your ranks, not fling shit at each other.
You have to be able.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
So I had to have like a second watch, because what's the fucking definition of straw man? I didn't remind myself.
I realized I didn't strawman him.
Oh, a weak or sham argument set up to be easily refuted. I feel like there's some kind of straw man, like in regards to that statement, but it's just kind of stating like more personal. Because again, like I've said with the debate, a good debate is involved with, keeping it professional. If you don't keep it professional, it just gets personal and it becomes a shit show. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Debate loses its fun factor when you actually, you know, start flinging shit at the other person because you're mad that you didn't get the actual point that you wanted to get across.
You want to know the funny part from this? It's the fact that he claimed that I was destroyed in the debate that I had with him.
Why would you ever gloat about that? Genuinely, why would you ever gloat about that? There's no actual point in doing so.
No, I was saying with this debate, he claimed that I was destroyed, ethically owned.
Pwned, you could say.
Yeah, which is not really. I mean, there. I mean, you want to get into the semantics. You want to get into semantic to it. Maybe perhaps if I didn't show up, or you know, or pretty much I didn't show up, then yeah, that would be destroyed, or something like that.
Yeah.
I did show up.
Absolutely wrecked.
Point out is people who behaving like this toxic behavior thing on the left is generally very unappealing towards people who let me see, who don't find that very appealing.
Sure, I mean, people can find it unappealing, but I think at the end of the day, I mean, we're advocating for a lot of these groups' existence, you know, and we're doing it very successfully. Like, I don't think you realize maybe it's because a lot of the people that I find end up being, like, woke scoldy aren't content creators.
Woke skulls.
Listen, I know the word is, like, it triggers you, but listen.
It did not trigger me. It's more, I was doing more rolling my eyes.
What does the word woke scold even mean? I've never heard this in my life.
It's basically social justice. It's basically another way of saying social justice warrior.
In the modern day?
Yes. And it has been used by people like Ben Shapiro, for example.
Man, just call a feminist an SJW. How hard is that? That's what the fuck is that point? Why? Why do you have to make another word for it?
No,
fucking pointless.
No, it's more specifically by the more trigger prone SJW.
I'm triggered.
So just trust me here.
It's actually stupid,
A lot of them
dude.
typically aren't content creators, but, like, trust me. I alone have received, like, God, hundreds of messages.
I alone can say the trans community. Oh, speaking of which...
Transgender.
Yeah, I could show you an archive thing of him on Twitter. I think you gotta pull it up. Alright, here it is. Allow me to zoom it. Let me zoom it. So, who do you want to... So, which one do you want to... You wanted to say, the bar?
Oh, here we go.
Which one you want to do? Him or...
Let's see him, because this is the main. That's the main focus of the show, right? We're just looking at him.
No. I'm saying, do you want to... You want to read the thing he's saying?
Oh. That's what. Okay. I've unironically thought about it, but when I get into arguments with Chud, they freak out. And what's the picture that they sent? What's the picture related?
It's law. This is archive. It's lost to the test of time. This is why the whole de-radicalization nonsense is bullshit. Support the trans community. It's not even that hard. This is one of my friends.
I have done more for the trans community in the last 5 months than you all have done in your whole life. The idea that you can't de-radicalize people that I see among you gatekeepers and peers is disgusting. We'll pull it left down. Stop it. Okay, that would make sense if it wasn't for the fact that he's arguing with just some random guy on Twitter.
Well, they go by Dathan, but anyways, this was one of my friends back in the day.
I see.
Before they got suspended on Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't know that happens.
What have you done?
Okay. Read my comments, shit tons of people that said I helped bring them out of the alt-right rabbit hole, educate them on trans people, and have made community worthy hundreds of trans people feel accepted and safe. No argument. Figures.
No.
I mean...
What do you want to argue about? Scotty?
So, okay, so you... hold on. Go back down. Okay, so you're another one of those shit that keep leftism and cancers people who actually do actual potential for much less United States jealous hero of themselves self-centered cunt. You know, when he said, like, it's dependent on... This is stupid. This is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this guy is contradicting himself. Like, he literally said earlier that he said, "Oh, I don't want, you know, it just depended on the context. You know, if you're being beat, like, you know, that's not really a good thing." He's using it himself. Like, it's just that's confusing. Plus, also another thing, while you may have given a shelter for transgender people, there's a lot more than just giving them a place to stay. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Let me give a few examples. Let me give a few examples of what is one of the just a list of a few things that a lot of transgender people tend to suffer with on the day-to-day. And mind you, I have a lot of transgender friends, and I'm able to rep for this because I've known them for so long, and I understand the struggle that they go through. And even as a bisexual man, as myself, I understand what that kind of oppression can feel like, considering that people, especially politicians nowadays, really like to be very irrational against, you know, gay and or lesbian people. Like, it's so good. But let me go on a list. So, let's see. While you may provide a shelter, you have to also consider a few things. One, how about income? The amount of money they make from a federal, from any job, whether it be federal or anything of the sort. You got to consider that. Like, have you put your money? Have you put any money into providing, like, actually providing a viewer with a sustainable job? Like, have you hired one of your viewers to be a video editor, for example, and, like, pay them a good amount of money consistently? Might I add?
Well, actually, he did for a while. Until
and how'd that go?
It kind of, let's just say, he kind of got a little bit out. He kind of became a little bit of an animal.
So he made it personal, is what I'm hearing.
I wouldn't call it personal. I would call it, he kind of got a little bit out there, a little bit unhinged.
Oh, so he just lost his mind.
Well, I wouldn't call it lost its mind. More like had like a
Mental breakdown?
yeah.
Okay, that's more accurate. Yeah. So
this
it's
is,
personal then. Okay.
but we're not talking about Xanderhal in 2023 to 2024. We're talking about Xanderhal in 2019. You gotta remember he was still young.
Still, yeah. I mean, I'm still young. I'm 19 and I know half of the shit.
So I'm not gonna completely shit
Yeah.
on him for being I'm not gonna shit on him today. I'm not gonna shit on him now because he was young.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, another thing I would also like to mention, I didn't even get to finish my list yet. There's so much that you have to cover with, transgender people. Let's see. So having equal right, having equal job opportunities as much as everyone else. Black or white doesn't matter. If you're gay or straight, you're gonna have some difficulties, getting a job. Like if you're a straight white guy, you're gonna be fine. If you're a straight black guy, you're probably gonna be fine as well, just with some major hoops on the side as well. But if you're a gay, just like any color gay guy or lesbian, then you're going to be looked down upon in modern day society. Even today, like I see it in my own home state, even if it is a blue state. Like I still see, people who still vote for Trump. Well, again, this is just politics, and I don't, like to put politics in the equation. It's still like something that you also got to consider, because if you want to have equal rights for some. Oh, hello.
Hey, you forgot your phone.
Oh, thank you.
Good night.
Sleep well.
What time's your early breakfast?
8:30.
8:30 it is. Make it or lose it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Love you. Good night.
Love you. Anyhow, where was I? Sorry, I got interrupted by my father.
How embarrassing! Imagine them coming to my screen. How embarrassing!
In the middle of a heated discussion, and I just get bombarded by like, okay, love you, good night, yes. I love my parents though. I love them dearly. They support me for everything. I'm so glad that I have them. My father, my mother. God bless my brother. He's going through shit right now because he's doing football and college football. So the whole different beast compared to what I'm going through, which is going to be engineering, which is just a lot of math. So,
Amen.
Where was I? Remind me.
You were talking about the list of trans issues.
Oh yes, the many issues that occur with transgender people. So the first is having a sustainable job, because even being able to have a sustainable job is extremely difficult unless you're a computer science student. Then you're fine because you're just one of the many. I'm sorry to say that. It's just a stereotype, but whatever. Aside from that, you also have another thing. You also have is equal rights, which has been a battle for African American people for the longest time. More older folks would probably call it black rights or Black Lives Matter or whatever. Like they've been fighting for that battle. Now we just have to fight for another battle. So you provide a home, but you also have to provide like sustainability. If you want to make a difference, you have to put your money into it. Unfortunately, that's the case. If it was easier, then it would be nicer, but that's not how politics work. You got to put investment money into something like that. You got to have a backup for everything you do if you want to contribute to a community. You can have a community of trans people, but that's about it. Like their personal lives are not associated. Sometimes their personal lives are not associated with their IRL lives. Or well, not the IRL lives, their internet lives. That's what I meant. Yeah, there's so much more than just providing a community. There's legitimately so much that is on that list. I only provided 2 points just because of that, because there's generally so many issues that I probably don't even know about.
Yeah.
aside from employment and aside from actual like trans rights.
Yeah, let's not bore our audience. They want to continue watching the video.
Sure thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Messages on Discord, hundreds of emails of people saying, before I watched your content, I was a chud. Your like edgy stuff brought me in, and now I'm not transphobic. I understand what like about how gender works. I'm full on trans rights, non-binary rights, and everything. Like I've literally gotten hundreds of like emails, hundreds of DMs on Discord from people saying that my content, my edginess was able to appeal to them when they were chuds, and now they're full on like militant leftists who are supporting of trans rights and would like knock the shit out of a Nazi if they had the opportunity. Like we're making actual change, like significant change. So much so that the Nazis are afraid of us. Have you
To get on with that point, yeah, it takes more than just I watch a couple of your content and now I'm staunchly a leftist. You gotta remember, the person has to. It's like therapy. The person has to. What's the word I'm looking for?
Put the effort in.
Not put the effort. They have to be willing to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, they're gonna just be the same person.
Yeah, because like again, with my issue with what are you saying? Like I used to be a chud, and now I'm a transgender leftist or whatever. Like it's kind of I'm trying to put it into words. Give me a minute. I'm thinking, putting my head into the game because this is debate hour. Excuse me. Let's see. I cannot say anything generally. Just keep going.
Surely.
Have you seen the Kiwi Farms threads? They're like scrambling to die.
You hear that? He just mentioned Kiwi Farms.
So, wow, I'm gonna do so much damage while I'm on Kiwi Farms. What are you gonna fucking do, bro? What are you gonna fucking do? You sound like a loser.
Us and try to like plot to swat us and shit because they see us as such a threat. When they see you guys, I see their threads. When they see you guys saying this, they're like, haha, the left eats itself, LMAO.
Well, yeah, the left really does like to eat itself sometimes, and I say this as a liberal.
Yeah,
I am literally a leftist, and I'm saying that the left loves to eat itself because politicians are old.
Yeah.
So like, it's
plus,
not really...
plus also, I don't know if you visit Kiwi Farm. It's a lot more than just than just being afraid. I'm pretty sure those threads are made more to just saying, "Oh, I'm afraid of this Xanderhal."
It's in sarcasm. It's very much just in sarcasm, pretty much.
Plus, I don't know if they had implemented this rules back in the day, but they don't allow people to dox on Kiwi Farm.
Oh, they can't even get along. This is fucking hilarious. And they sit there with their popcorn. But they see, like, me and Vosh as, like, the #1 threat. That's why they, like, focus on us so hard. I've seen their fucking, like, threads on Kiwi Farms.
I'm pretty sure there's more than that.
You want to know what they're doing? They are literally holding the popcorn buckets in hand because they just want to get a laugh out of it and want to see a reaction. That is just falling for the bait. That's literally like a hook, line, and sinker. You are saying that you're gullible.
Shit, I've seen it. Like, the Nazis are more afraid of us than they are of you guys, because, like, you guys prove their point. When they try to say, ha, look how moralizing... I mean, it's as much of a point as the Nazis can have. What the Nazis claim is that the left is extremely prude, and it's, if you try to get involved with the left, they're going to make you change your language. They're going to try to make you change who you are, and they're super militant.
Not really.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's the Nazis say, and these fucking people believe what the Nazis say, because these Nazis appeal to them with this edgy sense of humor, and they trust them. And so when you guys come along and you follow that stereotype that the reactionaries are using to indoctrinate these young people, it's doing a disservice to people like me and Vosh and other people who are in the, you know, quote, dirtbag left.
That's not true, but that's not true. Because it's more than just you and Bosch or Ada Volksgos.
When we're trying to destigmatize being a leftist and bring young people, like, make young people realize that leftism is cool. You do realize that, like, a significant amount of people believe with the Paul Joseph Watson video where he's like, conservatism is the new punk rock. You know that, right? Like, people actually believe that shit because they think the left is, like, the uncool, prude, moralizing, like, you know, hate mob now. Hello?
I had to pause because someone that came into my room.
Yeah.
I had to mute my mic.
What were you saying before?
Someone was coming inside.
Okay. What were you saying before?
No, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay. I mean, like, the problem that I see is that we have the same goals at the end of the day, but we have, like, big disagreements on our ways of reaching it, but my method of reaching it seems to be...
Yeah, we pretty much agree with each other. We just have different terms of philosophy and approach to it.
What's most effective right now. Like just statistically, and from what we've seen, like, there's this massive movement. Like, have you seen Faraday Speaks' video about his journey from the alt-right rabbit hole?
I saw it.
Yeah. But did you you watched it and you kind of...
Well, actually, well, I didn't really watch that much of the video.
I would suggest that you watch the entire thing all the way through, even if it is like a bit of a slog for you, because I mean, like, it was his first video, like, it's just him telling his story. And read the comments. I want you to listen to his story and read the comments. His video explains this better than his story explains this better than I or Vosh can. This is working. What me and Vosh are doing, it's working well. Originally it was Destiny, but now he's a fucking... yeah. We can agree on that.
Destiny.
Yeah, we can agree. We'll agree on that. But, like, let's be honest here. No edgy teenager is going to be none of what you guys are doing is going to appeal to, like, edgy teenagers. Like, you know that, right?
But to be honest, I feel like what you're doing is it kind of doesn't make them, it makes them go over to the left, but I feel like that some of their behavior didn't disappear.
I mean, so you can bring somebody, so for example, name some behavior that you think would be, like, concerning.
Like arguing in bad faith, saying these ableist and racial slur and other distasteful slur on Twitter and whatnot. I kind of feel like that they kind of went to the left, but, well, actually having some form of self-reflection.
Sure. Okay, so your concern here seems to be that they're just as toxic as before, they're just as terrible as before, but now they're just on the left and they've brought the shit with them? Is that what you're concerned about? So here's the thing, and this is...
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What we've seen happen, like, overwhelmingly. Like, I've yet to see a case where some leftist comes along and they're, like, still a racist and being, like, a piece of shit. So what usually happens is you bring somebody in, you attract them with the edginess, right? And generally Destiny, me, Vosh, like, our debates and our videos, and our streams and the way that we are we're appealing to these people while we're giving actual facts. So we are attacking their ideas that enforce their racist or misogynistic or homophobic or ableist ideas while also appealing to them. So once they become lefties, once they're in our communities, they aren't chuds anymore. They aren't racist. They aren't sexist. They aren't any of these things anymore.
Still not true. It doesn't, their behavior does not dissipate or dilute or disappear overnight. It takes time, and they're young.
Yeah, I also someone mentioned in the comments, I believe Dawn, or at least in the live stream so far. Why kiwi farms? A lot of it's generalized that kiwi farms is very much a extremely Republican focused forum. However, I don't feel like it. Like that's also a good point. Like, why bring up kiwi farms? Because yeah, they're supposedly right leaning, but it's just like.
I wouldn't really call them right wing. They just like to document people. And my first impression with Kiwi Farm, I kind of thought they have an obsession with trans people. Because I see so many trans people on their thread.
Yeah.
Because they've heard the arguments, they've had their beliefs disproven. If they continue to go on and be racist and homophobic and all these things, then they're chuds and they get banned. Like if someone comes in for example, Nazguls are a good example. Basically Nazi commies. That's what they are. Those, I don't count those as just being Nazis who came over and became leftists, because they're not leftists, they're chuds, and they get treated as such in both me and Vosh's community.
To me, I feel like they still haven't changed.
I mean, I did.
I know
you realize I was a
full
full-on alt-righter to start with, right? I was fucking hard down the rabbit hole before I discovered Destiny. And now I'm literally punch Nazis in Minecraft, wink wink, nudge nudge, you know?
I haven't
we talking
I haven't seen
Are we talking Destiny the game or Destiny somebody named Destiny?
Destiny, he's talking about Destiny the streamer.
Oh, I see.
He's not doing very well.
I can imagine. You decided to have your profession be a YouTuber. I can only imagine how that goes.
Do you watch my content?
Well, I did, and I used to until you started doing that whole Epic Crusade thing.
It wasn't much of an Epic Crusade. I talked about woke scolds on stream a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'd already said I wasn't going to talk about woke scolds.
He continued talking about woke skulls. But yeah, I used to watch his content and was in his Discord server back in the day until he started having this, as I said before, Twitter beef with randos. And also the woke scolds.
And oh,
yeah,
that word hurts my brain.
Yeah, don't worry. It gives you. Yeah, don't worry. It gives you psychedelic. Don't worry. It already gives me
I feel like I'm under psychedelics right now.
No. I was gonna say, don't worry. I already received psychic damage from that word too.
Again, until you made your video, because it was a takedown video on me, so I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll cover it. But yeah, after your video, I don't really plan on covering any of these woke scolds again. I'd already said I didn't plan on doing it. The problem is it usually seems like they're the ones who engage. They generally start it. I'll just kind of be chilling on Twitter and they just sort of comment on my shit and call me a Nazi or call me any number of things. It's just not true, you know? I'm pretty explicitly anti-Nazi. I think we can.
I mean, if that were the case and these woke skulls are calling you these things, you don't have to engage.
Yeah, you legit just the wisest decision you could ever make to someone saying that is just not to say anything, because if you say something, then it's just gonna downward spiral, and they're gonna keep baiting you. Like it's being a dumbass, being a dumbass.
You know, he willingly engages. He willingly argue with these people. It's like you have all the opportunity to not even interact with these people, but yeah, he did.
Can agree on that, right?
Ugh.
I mean, like, can we agree on that? Like, I'm pretty explicitly anti-Nazi.
Of course, but your behavior, on the other hand, Twitter,
I mean, like being mean to people on Twitter isn't being reactionary or being like a Nazi. Like, if somebody says something to me, like so, for example.
But it does make you look unprofessional.
Yeah, it definitely does make you look unprofessional.
Well, my first interaction with like the woke scolds originally was I was on Twitter and someone added me and said, if you don't have your pronouns in your bio, then you're a fake leftist and you should delete your channel, something like that. And I got into an argument with them.
No, actually, it said if you don't have pronoun in your bio, you should give up your Patreon money.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I don't remember the exact thing.
And you started to argue in bad faith, and I feel like
I literally remember exactly what I said in response. I said, I don't have a Patreon, but bad take. That was what I said, and then this person responded to me immediately and said, Lamau, okay, stop being friends with Vosh, or something like that. It was just really stupid and out of nowhere, and then they went on to, like, and then Cine came in, like...
Well, for preference, the person was talking about Xanderhal back in the day and saying, actually it was for a reply. The person had replied to Xanderhal saying you should, if you don't have your pronouns on your Twitter bio, blah blah blah, fake leftist, give up your Patreon money. The person didn't specify how much, but Xanderhal said that he doesn't have Patreon, and then they said to stop being friends with bots because you don't know. Of course, you don't know who Vosh is. So I'll just keep it like this. Vosh is quite notorious.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a iconic moment from Vosh. He tried to argue that owning a computer is like owning child porn.
What the fuck?
I can show. So, and to make sure, and assuming that Xanderhal would watch the stream, would react to the stream, I'll show.
I think we're getting something entirely different when I'm looking at this here.
Sorry, I'm trying.
This is
I'm trying to.
we're finding him accidentally showing a
I'm trying to find the. Where is that? Can't really trying to. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to find that one particular image. Why not image? A clip. Can't seem to. What's a tattoo?
bring in the stew of wrath.
Ah, there it is.
This is the clip. Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Your dumb shit lip cut.
I know.
Dumb shit.
I know.
Lip cock.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I know, Shadow. This is a bad video, very biased video against you. But this is the only video that I know that has the clip.
Fucking SJW brains and recognize is
eyesight
possible.
We have at some point in our lives been going fucking and then
Men, his and horses. No matter which way we look at
this all shit. So
there any
children? There's of course whatsoever between.
Oh, this is even better.
pedophile. You look at it, it's bad. Depictions of little men, his porn folder got leaked.
What?
Which is filled with animated sexual depictions of little girls and horses. No matter which way you look at it, it's bad. According to his own standards, Vosh is a pedophile.
The thing that bothers me is people who pretend there's no relationship whatsoever between like drawn lolly shit and actual attraction to children. Of course there's a relationship between those things. It's ridiculous to pretend otherwise. So they need to be aware of that, if anything.
are you saying that based on common sense, or is there any evidence of that?
Any evidence of that? You mean, okay, so I've had a bunch of links thrown at me by people who are, again, very sussy, trying to argue there's not actually a relationship between instances of child predation and access to like lolicon or whatever.
Well, I would assume there is a correlation between people who really want to believe that and people who are pedophiles. So
yeah, I'd be willing to bet that.
Though his cope was that only a few of the images were lolly, and that most of these little girls were in fact not children, but instead short-stacked goblins. When asked about possibly being a zoophile, he claims he doesn't actually jerk off to horsecock. He wants to be the horse. Though this fell on deaf ears, since he argued in favor of bestiality, and admits to letting his pet gecko sink his dick. A couple of months ago...
This is probably bad. This is probably the...
I mean, it still makes shit personal, but like, this is bad. That's bad. That's really, really bad.
But it's not the clip I was looking for.
I mean, we got it equal to it, you know?
Because I saw the... Because I seen it before. But I don't know. Ah, there! Now I finally found. No. Alright, now I finally found it.
Boy, this is...
Vosh out there. The first one to be where Vosh defends the possession of CP because since people buy products that are made using the abuse of child slaves and CP is made abusing children, they should be on the same level of immoral and not one over the other.
In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child should be illegal. Actual child. Now, to clarify on this take, we do not, in this country, typically criminalize people who have procured media or resources which were the product of abuse. It is not illegal to own necklaces that have slave diamonds or whatever. What are they called? Yeah, blood diamonds. Yeah, all of our clothes produced by sweatshops, our computers, the silicon and lithium mined from literal slaves. In our society, we have already deemed that people are not responsible for the mechanisms by which the media they consume and the content they engage with are produced. No. All you're about to make some really dumb arguments. Because you encourage the production of porn? Yeah, and you encourage the slave mining that goes into blood diamonds when you buy the necklaces. You encourage the mining of and the slaves that mine the lithium when you purchase electronics, okay? It is the same thing. Don't come at me with your dumb feels arguments, okay? If you feel you have a cogent argument, levy it my way, but I'm not interested in listening to your feels on the issue. Vosh, bro, you're gonna need a pause. Whoop, look who just got banned. Oh, look.
Okay. Let me get into this because my whole thing is technology. Yeah, that's true. However, that is an industry standard. It is a lot more difficult to change an industry standard, which is using slave labor and/or cheaper labor to, get a cheaper product at the end of the day. If a company had the option to go cheaper, they would absolutely 100% do it. But you also got to consider cost of production and all kinds of different things, like sales even on top of that. Having electronics doesn't mean you're essentially like being a pedophile. It means you own something that's essential to your daily life. If you look at the perspective of a average Joe, they will always have a smartphone. As to what brand that is, it can either vary between Apple, if you're working a government job, absolutely Apple, 100%. Or you could or Android, either which. I use an Android. I use an Android phone, and I'm hoping to get an S25 sometime soon because I've been stuck with an A17 5G since 2018, and that shit is still kicking. I haven't bought I haven't bought a new phone in ages. It's been fucking 9 years since I last got a phone.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how long it's kicking. But what makes it, I find it flawed in that kind of philosophy because like there's a difference between needing something and just owning it for the sake of owning it. Let's say, for example, okay, I'm going to college. I need something to do a lot of my paperwork, and I have an online class. What do I use to do it? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. A laptop. A portable computer that has somewhat less power than a desktop, but still able to do a lot of mobile work on the go on a limited time with a battery. Whether that battery is good or not is dependent on, what manufacturer the person who buys a laptop is going to go for. But what matters most is, like, you need that for college. So if you were to have something like, let's see, if you were to have something like a phone, you need that because you need to contact your parents. You need to have tabs on them. Hey, your grandfather has dementia, for example. Okay, I need to make sure that I have something set up in the background to make sure that I can keep tabs on him so that he doesn't just run off in the middle of the night or some shit like that while I'm out on a business trip. Like, there's a different reason why you need where buying electronics is a whole different thing because you need electronics. The thing, when you say that, you are also supporting that same cause because you're playing a video game on a computer, so that means you're basically, if you built it yourself, that means you're also contradicting yourself because you own a computer and you are basically buying into these gigantic companies that get silicon from cheap companies that use slave labor to mine silicon. And hey, what consists of silicon? Let's put it into a perspective. First, you have the central processing unit, which is made nearly entirely of silicon, and made of several microfibers of it, as to use it for everyday processing inside of the computer. Your graphics card as well to play the game that you're playing at a high setting. That's another thing you also have to consider as well. That also uses silicon. What's another thing that also uses silicon? Oh yeah, a battery, lithium ion, more specific. To some degree, some variations of lithium ion will have silicon in it just for the casing. Like, there's so much in electronics that use like silicon. There's a reason why we have a thing called Silicon Valley in America. Like, there's like you have it, comparing that to basically owning child pornography is not the same thing. That's not the same fucking thing. That is not the same thing at all, because if you're basically buying the product of child slavery, but owning child pornography is owning the distributed version of a sexual assault happening live. More so specifically CSA, at least in legal terms. So, to put it in perspective, I don't know where this guy is going because he's playing this game on a PC. So
exactly.
It makes it a little bit hypocritical considering you're also streaming it as well, which also another thing that relies on silicon is servers which run your stream on your platform of your choice. Hey, what's a server ran from? Oh, right. Internet!
He was basically using a Rick and Morty argument, or at least for me, he was using a Rick and Morty argument.
Why would you ever use Rick and Morty for an argument? That's so pathetic.
Well, it's not from Rick and Morty, it's just, for me, he was basically using a Rick and Morty argument. Because that's the same shit I would hear in Rick and Morty.
Big Rick and Big Morty. They do stuff all together all the time, excuse me. Oof. They do Go on Adventures or something, I don't know.
Yep.
Rick and Morty.
Like Cinny, who's my best friend, who's non-binary and like a super cool person, came into the thread defending this woke scold and saying like, yeah, maybe you should include your pronouns in your bio, but then like slipped up on something, and the woke scold turned against Cinny. Cinny, who had come into the thread to take the woke scold side against me, then the woke scold turned on Cinny and started yelling at them, and Cinny's like, whoa, 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 I was on your side and all this, and started screaming at him like, no, I see you follow him. You're not like what, like, it was insane. Like, these people are like super unreasonable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, most important. Yeah, also just because you follow someone on Twitter, it doesn't really mean endorsement. But for that case, Sydney was friend with Xanderhal. But even then, that's even for that wolf skull, it's kind of going a little bit out there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, Xanderhal could have had the opportunity to just ignore or mute or block this person, but yet he engaged with the person.
Yeah. That's the main issue, is that like there's clear signs like this person is literally just like trying to get a fucking reaction out of you, and it's just falling apart because you're still actively engaging into it. That's literally the most basic definition of trolling that I can imagine. Like you're still gonna.
I don't think the person was trolling. They were, if I remember, they were serious with what they're saying. But even
Probably
then,
looks serious.
Even then, Xanderhal had the opportunity to not interact with this person.
Yeah.
And they always end up starting it. Like, the only time that I've ever started it, and I'll tell you this, is whenever I, like, search my name on Twitter, because I want to see what people are talking about me.
Yeah, that's also another problem. You're vanity searching yourself.
Why would you ever look yourself up on Twitter?
I mean,
That's
I
like
do
the
that
worst
too.
idea.
I do that too, but I don't really, per se, engage.
I feel like what makes it like, yeah, like you can like browse, see what people like every once in a while, but like actively looking into it, that's gonna be an issue. Like that's screaming to me like, hey, I'm a pretentious, excuse my language, I'm a pretentious cunt who is full of himself, who doesn't really understand leftist culture and or philosophy. And I am an attention seeker who wants to call myself a leftist and use the philosophy as of it just to garner attention. You seem very desperate when you say that. Not you specifically, Huge, but more so the other guy here.
Yeah, exactly.
And they, like, subtweet me, so I don't, like, just without the @ and they say some shit that's, like, blatantly lying, and I'll quote tweet it to clarify, hey, this isn't true, and this is extremely stupid.
We like to call that terminology, we like to call that...
A low-hanging fruit.
Well, not low-hanging fruit, more like social engineering become the next latest and greatest locale on the art block.
Oh, yes. Slap in my belly and joy.
That's probably, at the time, what the Q farm user were also looking at.
Slapping his belly just in pure ecstasy, just over the fact that he's just like, ha ha ha, this woke leftist is losing it. Oh, I'm so happy. He's falling for my bait.
I don't know what to say, but...
Like, you'll find I'm pretty consistent on all this. Like, my overall goal at the end of the day has been and will always be for the liberation of oppressed classes, ranging from, trans people and, like, social minorities to the working class. That's how it's always been and how it will always will be, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve that goal. And the best way to do it at the moment seems to be using edgy humor, within reason, obviously, to appeal to a young demographic, which are the future, and which are what is needed to achieve a leftist society, potentially.
Yeah, you can do that, but stop interacting with people that are talking shit about you on Twitter.
Yeah, it's... Low-key, it's a bad look. Hello, car.
I mean, like, these woke school people, they just fit the stereotype that the right-wingers always make about the left. It's kind of bad.
Only with the rules goes.
per se, given his interaction, I think he kind of fit the wolf skull definition also.
Sure.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Just in case Xanderhal look at my does a bad review of this live stream.
And that's the problem. You keep on saying these wolf skull. It feels very very bumming me out.
Just the word woke scold. You know, like words and terms have been like. So, for example, the term gender dysphoria. You know, gender dysphoria was discovered by like a literal like the dude had fucking mutilated a kid and forced him to live as a woman. Like you realize that we've found words and terms and things that are important from horrible methods and horrible people, right? So like if the word woke scold is a fitting word for a group and we can use it progressively on the left, it doesn't make it like bad. Like virtue signaling, for example. What I find is a lot of conservatives end up virtue signaling. In that I'll make a.
But the problem is when
that's okay. Hold on. Pause.
Point.
That is a virtue signaling is one of the funniest things anyone can do in regards to politics, because it's just a load of bull crap half the time. It doesn't really. It's the favorite buzzword of a lot of, politicians in large quotations. Like, you can say you're a leftist is whatever. I mean, I'm a leftist too. I mean, it's not the biggest deal. I don't go about like fucking gloating about it. Like, politics should be boring. Politics should be like boring and a slog to go through. You shouldn't make it your personality, or else it just ruins your fucking life. I went through that same exact rabbit hole when I was fucking 12, and look at what happened. I'm fine now. I'm bisexual.
I'm
bisexual.
It should be like that one TV channel. I don't really know. C-SPAC. It should be like C-SPAC or. I don't really remember the name of the TV channel, but I think I'm pretty close to it.
Sure.
For good examples, what the quartering did in my debate with him, I was like, hey, so black people and white people have it pretty fucking hard and have a very different experience in America. And he's like, what do you mean? I say,
I mean, debating with Jeremy Hamley quartering is going to be pretty easy. He's kind of a drifter, even back in the day.
Well, okay, let's say, for example, you have a black friend you're growing up with, and he says, well, for starters, I wouldn't say I have a black friend. I would say my friend's name is Kyler. Just, like, interrupting me to say that. It's like, what the fuck? Just to, like, virtue signal, like, hey, you said black friends, and that's racist. The lefties are the true racists. Like, shit like that. Just, like, ridiculous. That's virtue signaling. But virtue signaling is a term popularized by reactionaries. So just because it's a word created or even popularized by them doesn't mean it can't be used effectively by the left. You seem to have this idea that anything touched by the right is immediately poisoned and irredeemably ruined.
Well, obviously no.
Well, I mean, even at the end of your video, you said that the gamer bro chuds that we could potentially appeal to and bring over to the left.
Have you actually watched my end of the video, or?
I watched the whole thing on stream.
No, you didn't actually watch the entire thing.
Was there more?
Yeah, there was more.
Okay, maybe there's like 30 seconds left.
Actually, you only watch up to 7 minutes and 57 seconds.
Okay, your video was like 8 minutes and 30 seconds long, I think?
Yes.
Okay.
Because there was...
What did you finish it off with then?
I said that.
Yeah, I could show... What? 7 minutes 50 seconds right here.
And worry about. If Pigpuncher truly cared about authenticity, he would at least self-reflect and apologize for his behavior. However, that will be underlying his narrative. If Pigpuncher's watching this video on his live stream or anywhere else, I want him to take what I'm saying into consideration before filet mignoning me in front of his audience for glory.
I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And also, this is also another reference to another YouTuber who puts this, who put this at the end credits. You there?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
So yeah, did you need a minute to think?
One more time. Sorry.
Let me replay the video for you.
And worry about. If Pigpuncher truly cared about authenticity, he would at least self-reflect and apologize for his behavior. However, that will be underlying his narrative. If Pigpuncher's watching this video on his live stream or anywhere else, I want him to take what I'm saying into consideration before filet mignoning me in front of his audience for glory.
I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid.
That's as shown here, this is a reference to another YouTuber.
Oh no, maybe I'm stupid. Yeah.
But anyway, back to here.
Pigpuncher should take what I say into consideration before filleting me on this live stream, because assuming that you have a tendency to fillet people on your live stream thing.
Mm-hmm. When people talk shit about me, I'm generally going to respond in kind.
Maybe perhaps not on Twitter, but if if the accusation is that unsubstantiated, then yeah, rock and stone, you can do whatever you want to disprove the claim. But if it's something like on Twitter, you don't have to.
It is a obligatory choice when you want to actually talk with someone.
Yeah, so
on Twitter.
That's basically what. That's basically the rest of it. If I need to bring up the video.
I mean that's the thing though. I mean, I'm okay with constructive criticism. I think it's a very important thing. I think, in fact, I actually encourage my fans to criticize me constructively. But
yeah, he does not kinda have a reputation for banning some people for criticizing him. But
large criticism.
I can't really per se remember a specific example, but he has a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
To begin with, like, your video is very inflammatory. Like, it clearly wasn't meant to be a constructive criticism. It was meant to be more of like a fucking, like, you call me a dipshit and stuff in the video, which doesn't bother me. I've got thick skin. But that's not how you talk about somebody when you're trying to constructively criticize.
I mean, technicality was being a little dipshit. It's not like it wasn't true, but.
Did you see my video on ContraPoints? If you've seen my video, I recommend,
no.
if you want to see like a really good constructive criticism of somebody who I generally think is a positive person, but I also think needs to be criticized constructively, you should probably look at that, because calling someone a dipshit in the first 10 seconds generally not going to be. That's when you start to set off alarm bells, and it's like, huh.
Let's actually take a look at that.
Hi, your crayon kids. Pigpuncher about to say some inappropriate and cringy shit, so you better sit down because you're about to get up. The Majestic Waters, they do things that I like running their own political campaign down to the ground. You know what this reminds me of? Goddamn Pigpuncher back at it again. Whoops, wrong picture. While I was in the zone, I got distracted by Pigpuncher's video title of Why the Left Need Edgy Content Creators and Why Woke Skulls Are Bad. So much of progressive when you're borrowing words from right-wing reactionaries. I watched the entire video in question, and my god, that was awful, but we can cringe together. Let's sit back and laugh at Pigpuncher being a little dipshit as usual.
That is in a minute. But, you know, it's
I'm not wrong.
Not wrong, not at all.
Oh, this person probably doesn't have the best intentions in mind. You get what I'm like saying here?
Again, I had to mute and deafen because someone.
But how do you feel about how do you feel about non-binary people?
Very interesting that you brought that. Very interesting. Almost like you were trying to set up a little bait for me.
I'm just curious. Like, are you like a true scum?
Ooh, what now?
Are you a true scum? Do you think that like do you think there's only 2 genders?
Hell no.
Okay, good. Just making sure. I've had a few people.
No, I actually looking at my video and let you try to play it again.
Okay, good. So basically, something I've noticed.
I actually said that if Pigpuncher truly cares about authenticity, he would self-reflect and apologize for his behavior.
I mean,
that's what I said.
What behavior?
The behavior that you were doing on Twitter lately.
I mean, why would I apologize for that? Like, why would I apologize?
He doesn't need to apologize. He just needs to stop interacting with those people. Kylie?
I'm here, yeah. Sorry.
No, I would say before, he doesn't need to apologize. He just needs to stop interacting with those people.
Exactly, yeah.
For that, I haven't done anything that's really harmful.
Yeah, your behavior is you were acting like a chud on Twitter.
What do you mean by acting? What do you mean by like? You keep saying arguing in bad faith. Can you give me an example of me arguing in bad faith, please?
Hang on. Like like telling my friend that they saying that they're a dishonest C word.
Yeah, I called them a dishonest cunt because they were being a dishonest cunt.
That's one.
If I remember, they weren't being dishonest. They weren't being a dishonest cunt. But lo and behold, Xanderhal called my friend a dishonest cunt.
Yeah.
That's what the thing I'm.
Were they a woman?
No, non-binary.
Okay. Well, I mean, even if they were a woman, I wasn't using it in a misogynistic way. I was using it as an insult, just a basic borderline insult, just like people in many other places in the world do. I think if you know anything about me, you know I'm not a misogynist, so it shouldn't really. That's probably not an idea you would entertain. The idea that I'm actually a misogynist, like, it just seems kind of Well, I will say this: it seems kind of problematic when people try to get in between me and the audience that I am trying to reach in order to bring over to leftism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's basically all I pretty much have to say. I feel like that people here on Twitter and yours is generally feel very unappealing to people.
I don't know.
I get quite concerned.
I mean, I get what you're saying here. Like, so I've been consistent about this position for like the entire time I've been doing this. I think that there needs to be a balance, right? So I'm not going to like start advocate. I'm not going to do stuff that like actively harms any like marginalized group in order to appeal to like chuds. I'm not going to go that far. However, I will take precautions necessary as long as they don't cause any harm to marginalized people, in order to appeal to young gamer bro chuds and to bring them into leftism, at least to make it appealing to them. I'm only obviously within reason though. Like I said, like 20 times. But no, I don't think I was arguing like a chud on Twitter, and people were shit talking me on Twitter, and so I shit talked them back. I mean, it's just kind of how it is. It's the internet, bro.
Yeah. Oh well. Alright, that's all I gotta say, to be honest.
Alrighty, well, it's been a nice chat. Hopefully you reconsider the woke scoldy shit, because it's probably not very helpful to leftism. Maybe I definitely recommend you take a look at Faraday Speaks' video. I think his story speaks volumes to this whole situation. And, yeah, have a good day.
See
ya. These fucking people.
Alright.
Absolutely rank video.
No, you're supposed to say absolutely brimstone video.
No, I said rank in the sense that it just smelt terrible. That entire conversation was just, ugh.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, I was too hard on myself. I thought that I didn't have my thoughts thought out, but when I wrote my thoughts on the debate on Twitter, you want to know something? None of Will School had chastised me. Wow, it's almost like they have more than just they have more personality than just chastisement and angry and pissy.
Sure.
Anyway, let's look at the comment section.
Let us look at the comment section. I mean, YouTube comments can always be you know, a different flavor of awesome in a very sarcastic sense. So,
no, this is my favorite one. In this episode, Pig debates Droopy Dog.
Droopy Dog. Oh, okay, that's a good one. I love reading YouTube comments. They're just so stupid. it's like so dumb. It's not dumb in like the sense like it's bad. It's just dumb in the sense like it's just like funny. It's like stupid funny.
Why, hello there, all you people. Droopy Dog here. I'm going to woke scold a certain piggy.
I thought you said going up. This is a fucking elevator scene with from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Going down. You know, man, you do a really good impression of that. You do a really good impression of that dog. Yeah. It's like the character was made with a speech impediment in mind. I love that dog, though. I love that character so much. He's awesome.
Hey, that's not very nice of you.
No, dude, take it in full compliment. I love that. I love little. I've been loving cartoons since I was little, so you know.
Well, actually, some people say that I sound like an old man. Some people say that I sound like Charlie from the amazing, not amazing, Smiling Friends.
So Zach Hadel. You sound like Zach Hadel.
Oh, really? I really do sound. Oh, really? I really do sound like it.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit like Zach Hadel, yeah. Don't leave me, man! Don't leave me!
This is just Pigpuncher doing a voice, right? Because this guy sounds like a parody, but it's not real voice. Cool, go on you being comfortable not lying comedy fucks like me who judge voices to reinforce their own security to you. I don't know what just happened. And there's there's plenty of comments I could say that I'm a troll.
I mean, I was also saying that you were kind of being a little bit of a troll just at the beginning, so you know.
I mean, I wasn't trying to, but it's a lot more funnier.
Yeah, exactly. It's just for the funnies. Big funny ha-has.
It's quite a damn shame that Xanderhal. It's quite a damn shame that Xanderhal what's the word I'm trying to look for? Went down into that pit hole. Well, I wouldn't really call it a pit hole. Went
downward spiral.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it in terms of things that I just wanted to cover this video on this debate I had with Xanderhal.
That was a good little experience, I would say. I had a very entertaining time going through the whole thing.
Well, actually, let's speaking of which, let's take a look at that unhinged message that Xanderhal had with his editor.
Oh yes, you did mention that to me. Yes.
Locked in this house hours ago. If
I'm gonna put it so my mom could reschedule her. Let's see. yeah, no, fucking Don gets what I'm doing. Yeah.
Alright, here's the part of the video that I want to show to my lovely viewers.
And now, a reading of these absolutely insane Discord messages.
Okay, so I think I'm fucked. Still no money, and still does not show as pending in my bank account. Okay, the number was wrong, confirmed. The $4,000 went to some rando. It has to be stopped. Cherry, ASAP, emergency, fuck, homeless. I am now homeless. Cherry, why? And we answer now, please.
You able to see it, or?
I'm able to see it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna be homeless! Cherry! The Cherry!
That's a lot of V's.
I have never been paid by a PV before! According to all of my bank info, not ever before! Cherry, answer now! I will be homeless starting tomorrow! Cherry! Okay, so we are buying my ticket back to California now. Thank you for completely ghosting me tonight. I will never forget it, never. The only way to save me is for Progressive Victory to pay me everything they owe. I have never received a single payment, not one. I am fucked. Cherry, answer now. Cherry, you have fucking killed me. Why? Please, just answer! Please! Answer now! Answer! I have messaged Brianna myself. When you are back online, we need to have a conversation about your future employment. If I am saved, it will be no thanks to you. If I am fucked, it's your fault for not making sure they paid me. You swapped the fucking numbers, and they weren't able to pay me because of that! Now the 4K is on the way to some fucking guy! I am waiting.
Xanderhal continues.
I want you to know that if I have to fly back to California tomorrow, I cannot bring my PC. I will not be able to afford your pay. Your job will not exist anymore tomorrow because you wouldn't message me back. This is still salvageable, but time is now slipping away. And if you're asleep and see this in the morning, it's already too late. I am now also in hot water with Brianna because I look bad for having you handle this shit while I was busy. You were the one who got me to join Progressive Victory. I told you I would be too busy to handle this stuff, and you said you would. I have to now pay another $250 so my mom could reschedule her flight and extend
That is
her
true,
rental
Don.
car for next
VVVVVV
week.
is a good game.
My lease still ends in 25
Very fun
hours,
platformer.
but I won't be stranded here without her when I get kicked out. I could have locked in this house hours ago if you were fucking awake to send me the W-9 and pay agreement from Progressive Victory to verify my income, you fucking fuck! I would have had the place. I would have been moved in by now, you motherfucker. You are the only person holding this whole process back. Now, you fuck! If I end up being made homeless because this place gets nabbed up by tomorrow and I'm stuck living with my abusive mom again and my fans ask why I am back where I started, I'll make sure they know it was because of you.
Cherry then finally calls him 20 minutes later, though this conflict didn't end here. A few weeks later, in the midst of the Keffels drama,
why do you think I won't pay you? Tell me why you think that I can't and how it makes me bad.
You didn't
So this is an editor that he hired from his community, right?
Yeah.
Why should an editor be your fucking financial advisor? That's not their job.
Exactly.
Why would you ever get an editor to do your financial work? Like, get a lawyer, get either like get an actual financial advisor to do that. Like, use your little boob tube money to fund it, bro. Like, it's not a. It's called campaigning. You ever heard of it?
I mean, he could have called the people. He could have called the people that the payment is going to be delayed. I mean, that's in hindsight. He was having a mental breakdown, but
even then, she was asleep during that entire thing. Like,
he had the opportunity to contact the people and say, you know, my payment is going to be delayed because it's going to some other person.
Yeah, you could have just like called the bank, because that's not something your editor should handle. That should be something that your either bank or financial advisor, if you have one, handles, because they handle the finances. Let them do your fucking finances, dude.
I mean,
that's what you hired them for.
I mean, then again, he stole all his money in his PayPal and then lost it all.
PayPal? PayPal? We gotta be... We're serious here. We're seriously storing all of this in PayPal.
Yeah. I can show it to you, but let's finish.
Oh, that is...
Last month.
Why? Say it. Why couldn't I pay you? And how does that reason make me an asshole? I'm gonna get evicted at the end of this month at this rate, Cherry. We've not made enough money. I cannot change that.
I have been your #1 supporter for 2.5 years. I'm worried if I don't agree to this, you're going to hurt me.
I'm not Keffels.
You talk about wanting people to die a lot.
A lot of people need to die, to be fair.
Yeah?
We're still friends, right? Like, you still want to see my dog and stuff?
Hours later, he goes on this crazy, unhinged rant about Keffels.
I hate all of them, Cherry. I want all of them to die. I would kill Keffels in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even shoot her. I'd beat her to death with the gun.
You're not in a good mental state.
I will kill her! What's her address? I want it.
What? Did you say something?
Yeah, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Like, you don't gotta go through all this. This is being so dramatic. I want a golden tear. A golden tear runs down my eye. What? What wonderful things to see.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You probably say a lot of wacky shit, especially if you're in a mental psychosis.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to know where she's at.
She's in Ireland. It's not public. Please stop. You're spiraling.
Someone has to die for this. I will never be happy until someone has died for this. Ideally, Keffels.
Her career is going to die.
And Velvet and her fucking orbiters. I have to kill her. Really kill her. Stop her heart.
Zan, fucking stop. Calm down. Stop. Please.
Okay.
This rant's obviously disturbed Keffels, who made a Twitter thread.
Now, let's go to the part where... Where is it? Oh, I can't really find. But anyway, yeah.
Yep.
It's quite sad.
Unfortunate to see, but it happens in our society.
We live in a society. But anyways, that would be the end of the stream. We came to the conclusion, to our last stop. Everyone leave the subway and have a nice day.
Bye everyone, nice joining.
I would like to thank the 4 people that had watched the stream. It's actually quite nice. It's actually quite rare having like 4 people watch the stream.
Yeah, you know, little people. Start small, go big, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, take care, everybody.
Boy.